Okay, today we're going to disassemble the Canon Pixma iP100 portable printer that comes with a battery. It's very similar to the iP90, a little bit newer than that, and a bit older than the iP110 that's out there today. So I'm just going to set the camera here and basically demonstrate how to disassemble this printer. Alright. So first off, you need a screwdriver, a Phillips size 0 screwdriver, fine tip, and the first thing you'll realize when you open it up that you have some screws that are visible from the back, and we have to take the battery off first. So just make sure we're in focus here. And the battery is easy to come off. You just basically take these two guys off. Loosen them up. I'll do the rest by hand. It's nice and loose. The whole thing should just pop right off. And you can see there's a Canon battery pack inside, and we'll just set it aside. Next step is 4 screws at the back. Take them off. Set them aside. Now the reason why I'm disassembling this guy today is because I had that error code 5100. There was some paper jammed in there or something, and I just couldn't see it. And turning it off and leaving it off for 5 minutes, turning it on didn't work, so I had to get inside. And I couldn't find a video on YouTube on how to disassemble it, but I figured it out, so I figured I'd share. There's this little guy here. There's a 5th screw. You don't have to take it off, I don't believe. Actually, I think you do. And basically, there's a battery in here. I'm not sure if I can get at it right now. My knife for that. Yeah, it's a watch battery here. 2032. So there you go, that's open. So there's a Panasonic battery in there. Okay, so that's done. Turn it around to the front. And what we need to do at this point is open up the access to where the ink is, and you'll see there's 3 little screws in the front. Take those 3 screws off. Same screwdriver. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, take those off. Okay, now close it back up just so we don't damage the panels. Now the side has to come off. Those of you who've upgraded it to the Bluetooth module know this comes off. There's a little access port there, so if you have a little knife or something, you can kind of just get at behind there, pop that up, and it slides there off. So there, set that aside. And you'll notice there's the Bluetooth module that was it was an optional item that you can basically buy and put in and make it a Bluetooth printer. So I have that in there. So that's done. Next, the other side. Basically, same idea, except this one's a little bit harder to get out. But if you just pull on it, that should come out, and then it slides up that way, up, and that comes out. Okay, so that's done. Now basically, the next thing is to take the plastic cover off. Now I find if I set it here, you'll see there's 3 tabs. So the tabs, in order to get at those, a knife would do. I usually just push one in and push, and it comes off. Push the second one in, push, comes off, and then the third one. And all 3 came off. Pretty easy. If it's a little harder for you, it's probably because you haven't taken it apart yet. But this came off pretty easy. So that comes out. And at this point in the game, lift this up. Oh, you'll see there's it's not coming out still. So there's one more item to take off, and it's this guy in the middle. Just basically slide this way. This comes out completely, and set that aside. And there's one little screw right in the middle. So that is what's holding everything together at this point. Take him out, set him aside. So that's a total of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 screws, 9 bolts that came out. And this guy can come out too so we don't lose them. So just a piece of metal, I'll set that aside. Okay, so now this comes up all the way. And that's it. So that the cover is off. Now these little pieces of metal might have fell out. This one did on the left hand side. I'll show you where they go. So if you were to lift this printer up right now, you'd only lose 2 pieces if you turned it upside down. And it would be this one and this one. So these are kind of like metal brackets that just slide in there. So we'll put him back in. Like so. And you can tell it's in properly when the hole lines up. Let's see if I can find it. And there we go. There we go. Okay, so he sits there and he sits there. And there we go. The printer is completely uncovered. If you're having problems with the error code 5100, you may see that your carriage for your ink cartridge carriage is over to the left. You can move this, but right now it's parked, so I just want to leave mine. I don't want to touch it at all. At this point you could clean up any items in here with some alcohol and a Q-tip, cotton swab, or you know, you can basically try to find your paper, take it out, and put it back together again. So that's the complete disassembly of the unit. There's no need to take the bottom off for most maintenance items that I can see. As you can see, it's a pretty well built, very compact printer. All sorts of motors and opto sensors and things in there, so try not to touch any of that stuff. And hopefully you'll be back in service. Good luck.